Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
For one last time this year, good morning, everybody, and welcome to a special State Fair edition of the Jason Show. It's our final day with the best audience so far. Look at that. We started well, and we are going to end well. What's up, everybody? I'm Jace. Thanks for being here. Thanks to this audience. And speaking of this audience, keep the love going, everybody. Say hello to my friend Kendall Mark in the audience.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, Kendall.
Eric, we're so close.
I know.
You can see my pores.
You can. Wow, that's very.
Oh my God,
That's
Jason,
that's very close. For everybody with HDTV, we apologize.
Sorry,
we apologize.
I do wash my face sometimes.
You're beautiful. Like, it doesn't matter how close the camera gets to you.
I was called sweaty yesterday by like an 8-year-old.
That was. I'm not kidding. Jeff missed it.
Erica.
That had to be. Yesterday had its challenges. But the best moment was this, because again, kids will say anything. That's
Anything.
why. Art Linklater. That's why he put him on the TV in the '60s. But kids will say absolutely anything to you, and they just don't care. We asked this little girl, and Kendall set herself up. Kendall goes, "Do I look like I should be on TV?" And the girl goes, "Well, you're a little greasy."
A little greasy.
Yeah.
A little sweaty.
A little greasy. You're a little sweaty.
She's like, but it is hot out.
Yeah.
Be quiet, child.
So good. We've had, I got to tell you, I always try to start off with a little story before we get to the hot dish. This has been, I call this the humbling fair. This has been thank you, Shannon. This has been if you watch the show, the audience is laughing. This has been a fair of humbling moments. And I had another one, this morning, but so remember the first one, Kendall.
Yeah.
So I had a woman. I went over to see WCCO. My friend Amelia Santinello, Vassalero Santinello. She's a friend of mine. She's like my big sister. I went to go support her, and I had a woman tap me on the shoulder, and she goes, "Do you work here?" And I said, "No." And she goes, "Well, why are you here?" And I said, "Well, I'm friends with Amelia. I work over there at Channel 9. "You do?" And I said, "Yeah." You don't look like you should be on TV. So that was humbling. That was humbling moment number one. A little bit later, I was leaving the fair, and people know this if you watch. And actually, I'm doing a piece on it today. I have one tradition. When I leave, I don't eat anything else because when you're here a lot, you can't eat everything.
Well.
I always go. Well, you can. Okay, Kendall, I wasn't going to say it. You set yourself up for that one. But anyway. I always this is my lunch, I go get a caramel sundae at the Dairy Building. I got ready to leave to get the caramel sundae. A colleague slaps my belly and says, "I don't think you need that ice cream." Humbling moment number 2.
Yep.
Humbling moment number 3 came this morning. The Emmy nominations were announced.
Oh, no. We're going to win again?
We are the Susan Lucci. This show's been on the air. Season 8 starts on Tuesday. And We've submitted for an Emmy every year, and we've always been nominated, but we've always lost to operas. It's always been Pirates of Penzance or a nature documentary on the mating rituals of zebras. So today the Emmy nominations came out. I'm like, can't wait to get nominated again, celebrate with the crew.
Uh-oh.
We weren't even nominated this year. We lost out. I'm not kidding. We lost out to a yarn documentary. Yeah.
Oh.
Yarn. You shouldn't be doing this job when a show about yarn beats you. That's right.
Was it good? Have we watched it? It could have been.
I'm not going to watch it. But anyway, and then as we get that message from a guest for our season premiere. We don't need it, but we're trying to get a guest. And you all know that I like the old primetime soap operas from the 80s. So we were trying to book Michelle Lee, who played Karen McKenzie on Knots Landing. Karen, I love Michelle. I'm not throwing shade, but she hasn't had a gig in a while. So I'm thinking, she'll zoom in. What the hell's she doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Turned us down flat. It was like
a pancake?
Like, what are you doing? You haven't... Knots Landing ended in 1993. What are you doing? So...
Humble.
I know, but you know what? We're going to focus on the positive because we have the best audience today. We have the best audience. And And the Midwestern mom is here. That Midwestern mom. Leslie Miller has wine for y'all. And more. But no matter where we are, this is how we start our show. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Here we go. Well, first up, some TV news. Saturday Night Live will look a lot different this fall. The show is planning more cast shakeups. We knew about a few of them a couple months ago, but yesterday afternoon, this was announced by NBC. Alex Moffat, Melissa Villasenor, and Aristotle Athari will not be coming back. So we already knew that Kate McKinnon wasn't coming back. Aidy Bryant, Kyle Mooney, and Pete Davidson, they had already said, nope, I'm not coming back. NBC's SNL is entering its 48th season. 48. It's easy to remember because it's as old as I am. So it started. That's the only reason I can remember it. Look, this happens. Anyone in the audience, everybody has their cast. Mm-hmm. You know, everyone has their favorite generation of cast. Mine was like the Adam Sandler, Chris Farley, John Lovitz years. That's that when I think, or the Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, Maya Rudolph. Those were the big years. But this happens. They get rid of an entire cast sometimes, and a whole new group comes on. It takes everybody a few years to get used to them. I remember when the Tina Fey cast came in, people were freaking out because they missed Adam Sandler and they missed Chris Farley. So it just takes everybody a little time to get used to them, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm curious why they decided to announce that they weren't going to be back, or does the show can them? Is that why they're not coming back?
Great question. Lauren Michaels usually cans them.
Okay.
And they do. I mean, Lauren Michaels usually cans them. And the truth of the matter is, you know, they don't make a lot of money. It takes them years for the cast members. They get paid. Now, this is a lot of money, but, you know, for stars, everyone thinks if you're on TV on that level, you make millions of dollars. Mm-hmm. The rumor is the cast gets about $100,000 for that first season, which
and they live in
it's
New
a lot
York.
of money. Yeah, it's a lot of money, but not in New York and not for the perception of what you think TV people on NBC would get paid. So,
right.
And it's hard to break through. You know, you got to write your own skits and you got to create characters that we all remember. And if you don't do that quickly, you're going to get swallowed up and forgotten and released. They always get the call in the summer. They get the call, oh, you're coming back or you're not invited. So.
Oh, we'd like for you to succeed elsewhere, that phone call?
Yeah.
We would like for you to succeed elsewhere. Bye.
Yes. By the way, have we gotten that phone call? We are coming back on Tuesday, aren't we?
I don't know, Jeff. Have you heard anything?
This could be the last episode ever. No, I'm
so
just joking.
cheer loud.
Cheer loud. That's right, yeah. Next in the dish, Leah Michele is getting ready to make her Funny Girl debut on Broadway, speaking of New York, next week. And she knows this is her chance to try to rehab her image. 2 years ago, you'll remember this, she was accused of bullying. This is a promo video, by the way, of Funny Girl. She was accused of bullying and being a prima donna on the set of Fox's Glee. That story has gone on for years. Well, in a new interview with the New York Times, she said she's different than she was on Glee. She said she really understands now the importance of being a good leader, not just when the camera is on, but also when it's not. And she admits that that wasn't always important to her. She says that she knows she has an edge to her. That's a way to put it. I have an edge to me, which left her with a lot of blind spots, she writes. Leah takes the stage as Fanny on Tuesday. I always say, you know, sometimes you got to take these rumors for rumors, but sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire. And it wasn't just one person. It wasn't just two people. You know this. We've covered them. It was 5 or 6 people that have accused her over the years of being awful on the set of that show.
Right. And that was, I mean, that show when it came out, none of those people were famous. So
No.
if you're going to be like that before you're even a superstar, there's just no excuse ever to just treat people like garbage. Are we right?
Yes.
I'm still going to go see the show, though.
Yeah.
I'm
I
still
know.
gonna go see the show.
Yeah,
Not
you're
for
going
her,
to go
but
see.
okay.
I just remember I brought this up before when this story first hit. Because it was a Fox show, Fox flew the stars here when Glee
Yes,
debuted.
you met a bunch of them.
I met the whole cast because they were doing a promotional tour because Fox had an idea this was going to be a big show, and they brought the cast to the Mall of America. Nobody knew any of them. They were just bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and they were so excited. They were all very nice. But then fame hits you, and you start, as my boss on radio says, you start to believe your own press, and it just kind of goes to your head, and it sounds like it went to her head. You gotta treat you gotta treat people well. Next in the dish, a bunch of A-listers are hitting up the U.S. Open for Serena Williams' final tournament. You're thinking, okay, we've heard that story, but listen to this. Maybe the announcers, though, should stay away from naming the stars who are in the audience unless they know them. Look at this, everyone.
It almost helps Serena that Oh, got some more stars.
Gladys Knight.
Gladys Knight.
Hello.
FYI, we zoomed in. That is not Gladys Knight. That's what friends are for. That's Dionne Warwick, everyone. Yeah. Dionne Warwick took the mix-up in stride. There's her tweet. Dionne loves the Twitter. Hi, I'm Gladys Knight, and instead of taking that midnight train to Georgia, I won't walk on by, but will say a little prayer for you.
Oh, Miss
Yeah.
Dionne.
Whenever I think of Dionne, one of my favorite stories that Patti LaBelle tells is back early in the day. Patti and Dionne. I love Patti LaBelle. Patti was getting ready to sing with Dionne Warwick, and Dionne pulled Patti backstage and said, "Could you not sing so loud? Because you drown me out." And if you know anything about Patti LaBelle, that won't go over well.
No.
So Patti goes, "Well, you know what I did." She goes, "I went on stage, kicked off my heels, and sang twice as loud as I would have." That's right. That's what you do.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
No. Hey, I mentioned it at the top of the show. Tuesday is our 8th season premiere, and you can get tickets. Yeah, very excited. I know the fair's not over, but we're already looking ahead. We have tickets available for next week's shows. Our studio's in Eden Prairie. You're in by 9:30 and you're out by 11:15. Come see us. You can get tickets by going to the Jason Show Facebook page or go to fox9.com and search for Jason Show tickets. We actually have a little preview coming up in just a little bit. But next, lots more to come. I go to work at the Gizmo booth. I talk about it every year. It's my favorite sandwich here at the fair, but can I actually make one? And then the Dairy Barn. Do I have what it takes to make the perfect sundae? Short answer, no. Plus, she's one of our favorite guests, Midwestern Mom. That Midwestern Mom is here, and she's another favorite of ours, the wine diva, Leslie Miller. But first, as I said, hold on. But first, y'all look at this, a very special message about our new season.
Oh, no.
She's been standing for 3 years. Will she ever be allowed to sit down? Find out Tuesday on our Season 8 premiere.
Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love this crowd. What a good day. Oh, I so appreciate you guys. I'm telling you. Hey, yeah, before we go any farther, snark aside, jokes aside, I'll say it at the end of the show too, but it really means a lot to the crew, to Jeff, to Ted, to Shannon, Eric, photographer Eric, who works so hard during the fair, and Kendall. It means so much to all of us that you guys come and spend part of your morning at the fair with us. So thank you very much to everyone that visited us. You guys make the show. So what I'm trying to tell you is keep that excitement up. Just keep there. There we go.
Keep clapping
That's
and
right.
you could win a car.
Ken Jeong and Terry Crews were the guests on James Corden last night, and Ken talked about how he stays fit, and that is our late night rewind. Look.
Ken, have you ever thought of following in Terry's footsteps, just getting yourself absolutely jacked?
Wow.
Have you thought about that?
Wow.
Have you thought about that?
Wow. Well, first of all, how dare you? I'm already in shape mentally, all right?
No one's
How
questioning your
dare
mental
you?
shape.
I mean, fun fact, people don't know this, but I actually love to go on a treadmill like just 3 or 4 miles a day just to walk, just to get my mind, it's just to relax, just to relax myself. Definitely not for my body, but in my head, I may not be shredded here, but I am shredded up here.
Yes.
I got Terry Crews brain.
Oh my! I can
Look at that.
feel that.
Look at that.
He's got
See?
abs
See,
on
it's
the
moving.
brain.
It's moving.
There's abs
my
there.
My lobes are like your pecs.
Look at that! It's happening. It's happening.
Someone's threatened. Someone's threatened.
But Terry, you could do so many things.
Oh, you can see that full clip. Thank you.
We got to work on that clap.
We got. They don't know when to clap. Nobody told them to clap.
Oh,
They
sorry,
gotta-
clap!
right.
Clap.
It's not there. Thank you.
You're doing great.
I don't know.
It's true. I failed.
We have to tell them when to clap. So, and nobody did.
Sorry.
Shannon went to go get a pina colada or something. Hey, girl,
bring me one.
How you doing, Shannon?
Bring me one.
Shannon over there getting a pina colada, and the audience is sleeping. God, I love you. Shannon, what are you doing?
Look, it's very hot today. I was glistening a little bit. I thought I'd fan myself and have a little beverage. I didn't know that you're going to make everybody clap. Plus, they're adults. I figured they can clap through one thing without me.
They clap every segment.
She's tired. She's been here all day.
Yeah.
I was just a little glistening, and I thought this would help. So I got you now. All right, everybody, hey!
Oh, Shannon. Okay, thank you. Oh, look at that. A little wave. Okay, hey, Shannon. Hey, Shannon. Now, Shannon, you can go back in and get cooled off again. We don't need
as long as you're satisfied. That's I come here to please you,
That's
Mr.
right.
Matheson.
That's my whatever.
Mr. Matheson, can I do anything else for you, Mr. Matheson?
Whatever.
Mr. Matheson, would you like me to go ahead and get anybody else to clap for you right now? I'm ready. What would you like me to get for you? Could I come up there and fan your feet for you for a little bit?
Shannon, next in the dish. You know I'm going to get emails, and I'm sending them to you. I'm going to get somebody's going to clip that. Ooh.
I think we already did get an email.
Did you see Jason Matheson's show on Friday? Shannon getting me in trouble. Next in the dish. Shannon can do that. We've known each other for like 30 years, 20 years, yeah. Next in the dish, Bethany Frankel, I love her, was on CBS Mornings yesterday with Gayle King. So, yeah, I'll know Bethany was a real housewife, but this is why I'm doing this story. This is crazy. Bethany is now a beauty influencer. This story is really fascinating about how all this works. She accused TikTok and Instagram of shadow banning her makeup reviews. Look at this.
And for people who don't know what that is, it means de-emphasizing your videos because of the content. Not banning you, but just not putting them in front of as many viewers, right?
I'm accusing some system, some element. I don't know that it's Instagram or Twitter or that it's someone's team or that, I know that people can push things down in the media. People can make a change with their teams of tech wizards. So I don't know where it came from, but I do know that I post beauty reviews that are fair, and I posted about the Kardashians, about their negative influence on society, in my opinion. And I spoke about Kim Kardashian's skincare, and immediately multiple videos of mine were getting fewer than 10% of what they normally get. But I mean, video after video. So I would normally get 30 to 50,000 views in an hour, and then I was getting 400 views or up to.
So you're saying somebody was deliberately.
Yeah. I don't know about somebody or some element, but it's a fact that it went down.
So you're not.
That is shady. Shady. Instagram's parent company denied shadow. Of course they did. Shadow banning her account. But no. So what she did was, to give you a little context. So Kendall, you know this. It's back in March. Bethany started doing makeup reviews, basically, and like skin care reviews. Basically, are the big expensive brands as good as like the Walgreens stuff? Short answer, the drugstore stuff is just fine. Like in some cases, it's better than the really overpriced stuff. So she's been doing these reviews since March. She's been racking in these views. And suddenly, as you heard her say, she criticized the Kardashians' overpriced crap. And her reviews started, or her views started going down. I'm not a conspiracy. Look, I don't wear aluminum foil on my head, but there's something up with this. There's something up.
It does seem rather fishy, considering that family is like one of their biggest, if not all their biggest accounts on their platforms are from those families. So I don't know.
You can, but follow Bethany because I'm telling you, if you've ever wondered about what's better, she'll tell you. Next up, I mentioned this at the top of the broadcast. It's one of my favorite spots at the fair. Serving up, I'm going to change it, the best sandwich, in my opinion, you're going to find at the fairgrounds. I make sure to get a Gizmos sandwich every year. If you don't know, loose meat, mozzarella, homemade mozzarella. Anyway, it's so good. And my buddy Carla said, stop talking about it, make one. She put me to work. Look at this. So I spend a lot of time eating gizmos at the fair. You hear me talk about them all the time on radio and TV, but today I'm actually going to make one. Out of all the stories I've done over the years, 8 years, 9 years of talking about gizmos, I've actually never worked for this lady right here. It's my buddy Carla. Do I need to fill out any paperwork before I work for you?
No, just wash your hands and make sure you're perfectly clean. You're fine.
I gotta make sure I'm perfectly clean. What I forgot, I'm so excited to be here that I forgot my regular glasses and I can't see without them, so I'm wearing these. Don't think, I hate people that wear sunglasses inside. I feel like I'm inside Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. This is like, Eric will add sparkly effects to all of this because this is heaven to me. What do I need to do?
First, you're gonna grab a bun, open your bun.
Now, and I want to brag on you. These buns, these are special for you, right?
We order them in.
They order them in. Okay.
Other side.
I was trying to open this side of the bun. Jason, it's this side of the bun.
Hold the bun over the meat.
Okay, big spoonful.
Slide it around.
Slide it around like that? Is that good? Like that?
Good.
That's a good, look at that.
Scoop of sauce.
Scoop of sauce. Eric, look at this. This is Carla's homemade sauce, right, Carla?
It is. That's good.
Okay.
And then a big handful of cheese.
Big handful of cheese, like this.
Perfect. Yeah. I'm gonna set it right in here.
Okay. Boom.
And then you're gonna make one more.
I'm gonna make it all by myself. Can I do it without Carla's super...
Can you get the bun out?
The buns are causing me problems today. Oh, wait, wrong end again. Okay, there we go. Okay, now Carla, you can't help me anymore.
All right.
No help from the audience. Okay, scoop of meat over. Okay, there we go. Scoop of meat. I'm gonna add a little bit more and just don't tell Carla. There we go. Scoop of Carla's homemade sauce. Like, hello everybody, come. Hello. These people are watching me. I'm very nervous. Hi. Hello. Hi. There we go. Boom. And then look at that.
Down here.
So is this tray done now, Carla?
It is. It's full. So you're gonna put it in the oven, which we'll have to back up.
Yeah. Eric, you have to back up. I have to put these in the oven now. And now it goes into the oven. Here we go. Middle rack, right, Carla?
Correct.
Oh, look at that. I'm gonna hit the magic gizmo button. Boom. It's only 3 minutes?
Yeah.
You make all of those in 3 minutes?
Exactly.
Holy crap. And then after 3 minutes, it goes to those people that were staring at me. 3, 2, 1. Look at that. Holy crap.
Well, don't burn him.
I won't burn Eric. Eric. Ow! Here we go, everybody. Ow! Okay, we need to wrap this up because this is hot. I love her. If you watch us on the regular, one of the things I love, it's a gift about this show, is being able to promote local people, local products, and shine a light. You got to use this for something good. And I love it not only because it is my favorite sandwich, but I like good people, and Carla's good people. Her dad started that sandwich 76 years ago in the basement of like a moose lodge, and then she took that and she
Wait, a moose lodge?
Yeah, like an Elks Lodge or a moose lodge, and then Carla works our fair, and then she works the Iowa State Fair, and they're the best. If you want something not fried, that's like hearty, it's the best. Again, the best sandwich on the fair. And I have a sandwich here, and I think anyways, it's really good. Thanks to Carla. I'm not done working. That's right. I have this job. I do radio, and coming up, I'm going to be working at a dairy barn. That's right. But first, forget dairy. We're going to drink some wine. Leslie Miller and That Midwestern Mom is here. We'll be right back. Our final day at the fair when we return. Back in a moment. Back in a moment. So good. Best audience at the fair, I'm telling you. Welcome back, friends. Our final day at the Minnesota State Fair. Well, she's one of our favorite guests no matter where we are, spreading the word about Minnesota salads. And when we found out she was coming to the State Fair, we had to get her back on our show. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for That Midwestern Mom, Amber. Can I tell you, I joke not joke, but this audience is great. This is how I knew they were really great. I was in the little trailer there, putting the makeup on, and you walked just in front of the crowd, and they erupted. They erupted. But this is what I'm shocked about. The producers told me, you are quintessential Minnesota. You are quintessential Midwest. Oh, I'm telling. Oh no, I'm calling. Yes. Yes, I'm calling you out right now. You've never been to the fair.
Okay,
I'm
let
sorry.
me tell you why.
Shannon called me out. I'm calling you out. The audience is quickly turning. No, there's a reason. There's a reason.
Okay, let me tell you why.
Okay.
When I was a kid, back in the day, kids, the speed limit was 55 miles an hour. Do you know how long it took to drive to the state fair? For cripe's sakes. You got to ask my parents why they never brought me to the state fair. I don't know. My dad has pretty bad social anxiety. I'm guessing by looking at the crowds, he just was not a fan.
I as someone who has a mild case at times, I get that. But I thought Jeff was joking when he said.
But just.
Because you're basically like our state bird. You know what I mean? You're like a human loon, and that's a compliment. We're friends. I wasn't calling you a bird.
Does that sound like a compliment?
It does. It's a compliment. You're a human loon. You're ranch. Loons, you know what I mean? You're Minnesota. You're
loons don't walk. They waddle.
Well,
jeez, guys.
After a day at the fair, we waddle. Like, come on. Tap, tap, don't need ice cream. Anyway, okay, well, we're going to forget. I have a card. Like, I'm really going to interview you.
Right?
This is chaos. So we decided, since you've never been to the fair, 2 things are going to happen today.
Okay.
One's going to happen right now.
Yep.
And one's going to happen after our show, and it'll air next week.
Okay.
You don't know this, but we have a golf cart that I'm going to steal from Keith Marler. And I'm taking you around the fair for the first time, and I'm going to take you to all my favorite places, okay?
All right.
But right now, you're not a herbivore, are you?
I'm gluten-free, though. Oh, you guys forgot that, though. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You just really wanted a snack anyway, so... When everybody asked me how did it go on the Jason show, I was like, oh, it was controlled chaos. It was great. That's exactly what we do every time.
Well, okay, I've swallowed the Pronto Pup now. So,
okay.
You've been here for about an hour.
Yeah.
First impressions, go.
So many people. I love the organization. I came in from the Presbyterian Church, and it was so cute because people at the booth that were in charge of the bus, they all had their cell phones out and they were recording me like this. We got that Midwestern mom on our bus.
Yeah.
It was so cute. And then I talked to the people in the front, of course, because that's what I do, and it was completely empty. But he's like, oh, by the end of the day, we're going to have buses in here from all over. They come in from Wisconsin. They come in from all these churches, and it's just going to be full. So I really wish I would have recorded him because he was precious.
Oh, my God. Well, I can't wait. Now I forgot that you're gluten-free, so I got to work in my head.
You got to rethink things.
I got to rethink where I'm taking you.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
It's all right. I forgot about
corn
that.
on the cob will work. So.
Okay, somebody get her some corn on the cob. We need to, Where's some, not yours, ma'am, but very nice of you. The woman back there was like, she can have some of mine. We used to do that segment where before COVID, where I said, we called it, can I have a bite of that? And I would go around, Shannon and I would go out and Kendall and take bites to test how nice people were at the fair. And people were pretty nice.
People are pretty nice.
And then
here.
monkeypox happened. And then that was it, okay, you just got back. Forget the trip to the fair. You just got back from Iceland. Highlights? I've never been.
Okay, so here's my pitch. Iceland.
There's your camera right there.
Can you please sponsor me to come back? We're thinking a camper van tour of the entire island led by that Midwestern mom who's been camping once in her life. It could be really great content, just from my one video, I've got hundreds of people wanting to come to Iceland. So,
this
is it? Yeah, it was a trip of a lifetime. I have Icelandic friends now who follow me on TikTok, who like hosted me and drove me around the country and like fed me, and it was just...
Did anyone recognize you in Iceland?
Yes, it was so crazy. So I was at the Blue Lagoon, and I wasn't even supposed to be there. Somebody
With
gifted
Brooke
me.
Shields?
No.
Oh.
In the locker room.
Thank you, older people that got that reference.
I know who Brooke Shields is.
I almost...
Actually, people used to compare me to Brooke Shields.
Half the audience is lost right now, and half the audience is like, oh, yeah, I remember that movie with Christopher Atkins. Yeah.
And I was in the locker room, and they said, where are you from? And I said, Minnesota. Oh, yeah, my aunt's from Minnesota. And I said, well, I'm closer to Fargo, North Dakota. No way, she's from Detroit Lakes. Oh, I graduated from Detroit Lakes. Oh, yeah, she's a music teacher. Oh, yeah, so am I. Oh, her name is Ann Jorgensen. Oh, that was my piano teacher in high school.
No.
And then I'm on a hike, like in the middle of nowhere in Iceland, and it was a very, like, easy hikes in foreign countries just mean the path is well maintained. It doesn't mean that it's straight up the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
But I did it. It was great, and I got to a thermal river, and I finished, and we were hiking down, and I'm laughing about something. No, I was laughing at the fact it was only 3 kilometers up the mountain. I'm like, that's it? It took us 3 hours. It was only 3 kilometers. And so I'm laughing about it, and this woman goes, oh my God, are you that Midwestern mom? I'd recognize that laugh anywhere. And she recognizes Marsha from Hudson, Wisconsin, recognized me from The Jason Show.
Oh,
in the middle of nowhere in Iceland. It was so precious.
Be one of her millions of followers. Follow Amber on TikTok, Instagram, and more. Her handle, That Midwestern Mom. Give it up, audience. When we come back from one great lady to another, we have wine with Leslie Miller when we return. Welcome back, everyone. Our final day at the Minnesota State Fair. Good angle, Eric. Good one. Thank you for being here, Eric. I always pick out, I love a good t-shirt. You guys know I do. This is my favorite t-shirt of the fair. Too sober for this. Yeah. Right there. That's right. I see you. You and me. We see each other right there. So on this show and on the radio show, it's been a little joke for about 5 years. I have a routine, as I told you at the beginning of the show. I don't eat really anything else, but what I have for lunch every day is a caramel sundae at the dairy building by the haunted house. It's done by Midwest Dairy. It's staffed by hundreds of young people. And I always jokingly give them a hard time because sometimes they half fill the sundae. And my feeling is you're paying like $10. You better fill that cup. So. And when they do, I give them a $20 bill. I give whoever did it a $20 bill. So I heard from, after 5 years, I heard from the Midwest Dairy people that said, okay, smart Alec, you think it's so easy? Come work here. So photographer and Eric and I went to work at Midwest Dairy. Look at this. So here I am. You've heard me talk about it on the radio, on television. This is my routine. I get done with work. I come visit my friends at Midwest Dairy, and I get my caramel sundae. Sometimes it's a perfect sundae, and sometimes my little 12-year-old boy little heart is broken because the swirl is not real swirly. So my friends at Midwest Dairy, they got sick of hearing me complain, so they said, okay, TV boy, let's see if you can do better. I'm actually gonna go work with the teenagers that I talk about every day, and they're gonna put me in my place. Jenna, what's that?
This is a hat, and
nope. I have a giant head, Jenna.
I know.
Is that a big size?
It's kind of a one size fits all, or at least that's what the box says. So
the box is wrong, so I brought my own hat.
The all-important hand washing station. All right, this is really simple, Jason.
Okay.
All you gotta do, turn the water on, and then sing yourself happy birthday. So, happy birthday to you. You got this.
I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah. Show me how to construct the perfect sundae.
All right, sundae cup.
Sundae cup.
Take this one, you're gonna drizzle it all on the side.
There we go, that's really good. Look at that. Look at that caramel goodness. I would not complain about this one. Juliet's gonna show me how to do the perfect swirl.
You're gonna line it up and slowly pull down. And make sure you get the perfect top. Lift it up all the way, and then there you are.
Now, are you supposed to go above the lip?
Yes.
I get sad when it's like right there. So this is perfect.
Yeah.
Now, do I put more caramel on top?
Yes.
If this was given to me, I would give you like a $20 bill. I always keep money to tip you guys if it's good like this.
Awesome.
But if it's like this, I talk about you on the radio. They are very serious about the cleanliness here at Midwest Dairy. I have already washed my hands 5 times. How will I know if he really loves me? The Love Boat. This is the moment of truth. She has shown me how to make the perfect one, and now she's gonna leave me alone, and it's all up to me. Oh, look, somebody has ordered a caramel sundae. Full pump of the caramel?
Yep.
Here we go. Oh, it's going very fast.
Oh, perfect. Oh my gosh, you're a pro. Wow.
I mean, come on.
That is perfect.
Look at that. Hey!
Yours is dipping a little.
Nobody asked you. I'm yelling at the customers.
I don't think we can do that here.
Anybody order a caramel sundae? With the sad little...
Hands again.
I didn't touch it. Don't make me sing and wash my hands again. Promise is something for everyone.
You know there's a small chance that Jason Matheson made your Sunday. Does that make you excited?
Nervous more than excited.
I don't know who the guy is. I don't know.
There we go. Chocolate and a strawberry.
This swirl is kind of off on this one. Jason, I'm really sorry, but based on some customer feedback, we're gonna have to pull you from the serving line and put you on cooler duty.
So I
Still great dairy products. We got mozzarella cheese sticks, cheddar cheese sticks, yogurt.
Anybody want yogurt? Anybody want yogurt? Or those? Anybody? You know? If this TV thing doesn't work out, I'll work there. That's right. Thanks to my friends at Midwest Dairy. Keep an eye out. I'll be there in a little bit with a $20 bill. We'll be right back. Leslie Miller and wine when we come back. Back in a moment. Welcome back. Sad. Our final day at the Minnesota State Fair. But as Vanessa Williams once sang, we saved the best for last. This audience is fantastic. Yeah. And we thought it would be fun to end the fair the way we began the fair, with one of our favorite guests when she's not cheating on us at other TV stations. Oh, I'm sorry. That was in the prompter. That's nowhere to be found. Wine diva Leslie Miller, everybody, from Amuse Wine in Minnesota wine country.
All right, here we are. We're starting off.
I just saw your shirt. Partners in Wine. Look
you
at that.
You and me.
I know.
Wine.
Because you're representing Minnesota wine country. We have a lot of fun, but this is really cool. We have a thriving wine industry here in Minnesota, don't we?
Huge. You know, there's over 80 wineries now in the state.
80?
80!
I didn't know that.
Yes, and there's so many great little routes that you can take in the fall to go see all these really great wineries.
This is how I know our executive producer doesn't trust us after an alcohol segment. He literally gave me a card with just Leslie's name on it, just in case I forgot by the end of the segment who I was speaking to. Jeff knows me well. Okay, where are we starting?
Okay, we're going to start actually with a couple of the pairings that we have at the Minnesota Wine Country building. So,
which is where? Tell folks where it's at.
This is actually on Underwood. It's right across from the beer folks.
Yep.
I mean, everybody seems to know where the beer people are,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so the Brianna Breeze that I love, this is from Parley Lake, and I have paired this up, and I really want you to try this little wine, Jace, because it is made entirely of the grape Brianna. Cheers, partner in wine.
Rihanna?
Brianna.
Oh, I thought you said Rihanna has a grape named after her? Okay, Brianna.
Brianna, yes. And what I like about it is it's really nice and floral. It's very textured. This has about 3% La Crescent in it, too. And I love Parley Lake. I mean, there's such a fun little place to visit in the fall, speaking of.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it has like some
That is
apple.
Oh, I have more. Jeff just
It
said
has
I
a
have
lot of
more to
beautiful
sample.
apple
I
notes
thought that
to
was the
it.
only one we were sampling.
Oh, no, we're gonna
Sorry.
go for it. We're going for it.
That's really good because you know why? You know what I'm going to say?
It's not super
It's not
sweet.
that sweet.
That's right. That's
Because
right.
I know who doesn't like sweet wines. Yeah, I don't. Right? This is a good one,
Yes.
everybody. Okay.
And that with the sriracha cheese balls, which, by the way, we're
That's-
going to give these samples to the audience afterwards.
That's right. Sriracha cheese balls for everybody.
So good. A little bit
Oprah
of
gives
that
you cars.
spice.
We give you cheese balls. That's right. Okay.
Don't forget to come and get a flight at the Minnesota Wine Country. $13. You can sample a number of different grapes. And that's what I love about going
You
there.
got an
is-
ooh behind you from the woman back there.
Ooh,
So you can try
ooh.
with the flight. You get 3, right, Leslie?
Yes, absolutely.
Would you like me to open this up for you?
That would be great.
Okay.
Maybe together we can do it.
We're barely through the
Here,
segment. Are you
pull,
already?
Just pull.
Oh, there we go. We already a little tipsy?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you doing a TV segment
Yeah,
earlier?
Earlier.
Okay.
Yep. I was on CNN earlier talking about Minnesota wine.
Were you?
No, I'm not.
Oh! Like, you were on CNN? The hell are you doing on this little
I was
show
on
of
the-
yours? Okay,
I'll be
there
on
you
the
go.
Oprah show later today.
Oprah went off the air 11 years ago, but go ahead. What is this?
Okay, so this is the Cruisin' Red, and I have absolutely loved this. It is our chillable red. It does have a teeny tiny bit of sweetness to it. But again, what I like about it is that you can pair this with charcuterie, grilled charcuterie on a stick. This one does have that sweetness.
You know what? But chilled
Yes.
on a day like this,
Oh.
because they're going to start to roast in a few
Refreshing.
minutes. Yeah, what I mean?
Refreshing.
We're going to flip all of you so you fry evenly on both sides.
Yes.
What is that?
Speaking of this, look at this. Wine fried brie on a stick.
What?
So yummy, yes.
What?
I mean, this has always been one of the more popular items at the building.
I've never
You've
had
never
this.
had this?
What is the brie fried in?
It is actually fried in like a wine-based batter. So delish. I've paired it to go along with this little Frontenac rosé, which again, together, really nice. I like kind of the crunch of the cherry on the wine fried brie. Oh man, doesn't it feel like you should be taking those things home?
We've eaten for how many shows have we done here? 7? This is one of my favorite things.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. That brie ball? Yeah.
Yes.
Do we have
yes.
brie balls for people?
We do. We have
Brie balls
samples.
for everybody.
Brie balls.
What are they called?
Brie balls.
They're not called brie balls?
No.
What are they called?
Wine fried brie on a stick.
I like my name
Brie
better.
balls.
Double
or brie
B.
balls.
Call them
yes.
little bees. Okay.
Yes.
What's next?
Okay, so we have 8 slushies at the Minnesota Wine Country building this year.
Oh, I know.
8. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna tell people to do. I'm gonna ask you to get the peaches and brie. Sorry, it melted on the way, Chase.
Peaches and what?
Peaches and brie. So it's a little Frontenac brie. And then this is our new one, the green apple.
I like
but
that.
what I think people should do is blend those two.
Yes.
Yeah.
The green apple is not that sweet either.
Right. They're very tart. So now dump one into the other.
Okay, I'll do that in the
And you
commercial
can,
break.
yeah, there you go.
There we go.
And now just try it out. And what I
Boom.
love is that you can kind of mix and match with your friends. You can listen to live music there every day at 6:30.
Leslie
Educational
Miller, everybody,
seminars.
live from CNN. Minnesota Wine Country. Thanks, Leslie. We're going to take a break. Cheers. We'll be back, wrapping things up in just a little bit. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Wrapping up our State Fair experience, taking care of our most valued people like Miss Shannon. There we go. Anything
Thank
else
you.
I can do for you,
Thank you.
Shannon?
Oh, that's a long list. You need to narrow that down.
We'll be
How
right.
many things?
Okay, think of it. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. We have 60 seconds to give away some prizes. We're playing Let's Make a Deal as we've done every day of the fair. Let's do it. Who has Tupperware in their bag? Anybody have Tupperware? Tupperware. Right there, Tupperware. Okay. That's where the granny panties woman was sitting yesterday. That's right. You don't have those. Don't worry about it. I know. Who has dental floss? Dental floss right there. There we go. And one more, a fingernail clipper. Oh, a lot. Shannon has her. There we go. Hey, before we go, I just want to say thanks to this amazing crew out here for doing the best they can under weird circumstances. They work their butt off to make a good-looking show, and we appreciate them. And thanks to all of you. Season 8 on Tuesday. We'll see you then, everybody. Thanks.